and we're building, test management system, which looks good, works great. We're doing our best to make the design sleek and very lovable. And we're on the market for 2 years now, and our main focus was on the speed of the application, the ability to connect to any automation possible, and to give the team to use strong automation support for testing. And the third pillar is AI. We're trying to add it where it's really needed and where it makes an impact, and we'll hope you will come and talk to us. And thank you all guys for all the wonderful conference here, and especially for the engineering team. And you guys are doing great. Thank you.
Thanks so much. So, again, rate, please, dogs, and so on. This is very important for us. So, next year, like I said, 16th to 19th November, here in this place, save the date, save money, and hope to see you next year if you can make it.
Woo!
If not, we are going to miss you. So tomorrow morning we're going to have the again the Agile morning run. So maybe tomorrow you are going to be fitter than today if you partied last night. We have again Agile yoga and meditation, and of course the Lean Coffee with Lisa Crispin. Ashley is already gone. I mean, she's in the US, not...
Lisa left already?
Elizabeth. Hey, I am from Spanish, from Spain. I'm speaking English. It's not my language. I'm sorry for that.
I stay here, but
Oh
she
my
was
God.
sick as a
Next year is going to be in Spanish.
She was not in any shape to hang out.
Okay. Hola. That's good. Thanks so much. Okay.
I didn't see Ashley.
So again, SABEQ is the conference that we're going to have online next year in June. It costs only 90 euros. It's the whole day. There's a lot of people talking about security, about AI, and about testing. So this is quite interesting topic. There are a few people that you know, but there are many people that you don't know there. And go there, have a look on the bios of the people, because there are very interesting people talking. So Angie Jones. So, who doesn't know her?
Half the room.
Oh my God. Okay, you have to get a chance. So, it's difficult to get her here to speak, because she's quite busy. She's very busy all the time. So we are very thankful that she's here. And for myself, we know each other for many years, and I'm sorry for the other people that I know. I'm sorry for that. I apologize already. But there is no one with the path that she has done. When we talk about excellence in the field we are working, there's no word, in my opinion, I'm sorry for the other ones, there's no one over here. Thanks so much. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
And give us about time.
Thank you so much, Pepe. All right. Hello, friends. I am Angie Jones. For those of you who don't know me, I founded Test Automation University. Maybe you've heard of that. Worked in the testing space for quite a while, and now am VP of Engineering at Block, where I'm focused on AI tools and enablement. But I'm seeing a really big shift in the industry, and I love my testing friends. And so I've made a point this year to come back to spaces such as these to confer with you all and share a little bit about what I'm seeing. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about 3 of my favorite things: air fryers, automation, and AI. So lean in. Now, I have a confession to make. I cannot fry chicken for the life of me. I followed all the recipes. I've watched the YouTube videos. I've called my aunts and my grandmother, and still my fried chicken just never comes out right. all right? Either it is crispy on the outside and raw on the inside, or it looks like it just lost a fight, right? So you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Well, frying chicken is a rite of passage in the African American community. This is just something that you are supposed to know how to do, right? This is a skill that's, I don't know, just passed down generation to generation, but it skipped me apparently. And so if you mess it up, you never hear the end of it. So I just stopped trying, all right? But one day I heard about this magical machine, the air fryer. People swore that it could make perfectly crispy food without all of the grease, without all of the mess. And naturally, I was skeptical because what? How am I supposed to trust like this little counter type gadget that can fry chicken and what? Without oil? That just sounds impossible. And my husband is more of a skeptic because he loves fried chicken, okay? So he refused to believe that you can accomplish this any other way. Well, during the pandemic, we needed something adventurous to do, right? So we finally bought one, the Ninja AF 101. I seasoned my chicken, I placed it into this little machine, I pressed a couple of buttons, and y'all, it worked. It actually worked. It was crispy on the outside, cooked and juicy on the inside, and I was shocked, like, where has this been all of my life? From that moment on, I became an air fryer ambassador. I told everyone who would listen about this magical machine that could fry foods without oil. Family, friends, even strangers online. If you follow me on social media, you have definitely seen my evangelism in action. Heck, we even got shirts made. The front says, Angie's tweets made us do it. And y'all, I don't even get paid for this, right? I just genuinely love what air fryers have enabled for me. I can finally fry chicken. So you ever take a step, think back to like how much cooking has advanced? Imagine being one of the first people trying to figure out how to cook, right? No stoves, no microwaves. It's just a whole lot of trial and error, some fire, some sticks. For most of human history, cooking was all about open flames. You had to chop wood. You would build a fire. You would wait for it to get to the right temperature, and then you would need to constantly tend to it so you don't burn it, right? Cooking took effort. This was a full body workout. Then we got stoves. That made it easier to control the heat. And refrigerators, this totally changed the game. So now, instead of hunting or needing to buy fresh food every single day, people could store their ingredients and they can cook when they actually feel like cooking, you know? So we moved from that survival cooking to now you cook for enjoyment. Then in the 60s, we saw the microwaves. This was also a game changer, right? This made life so much easier. You could heat up your leftovers in minutes. How many of you grew up on a good TV dinner? Yes, that's me. And now we have the air fryers, we have the sous vide machines, we have smart ovens, you name it. And cooking has become more precise, more efficient. You can throw some food in the air fryer, press a button, it comes out perfect. You can sous vide. So we're automating more and we're worrying less about mechanics. And those who cook, like chefs, they've had to adapt to these new tools and these new techniques over the decades, yes? A great chef doesn't say, oh, I only cook over an open flame because that's the only way to do it. No, they use the best tools available to get the best results. Because they know that the tools don't replace their skills. They enhance it, right? So these chefs, they master these tools. They push their craft further. Notice a pattern here? Every new era of cooking was about reducing effort while improving results. We moved from spending hours over the fire to pressing buttons and letting technology do the hard work. And that's exactly what's happening in automation and AI. Just like my journey with the air fryer, you're skeptical, right? And then you think, what? This can't possibly do what I do or what I can't do, right? And then you try it, you see it working, and the next thing you know, you're telling everybody about it. I'm here in Berlin. It's Thanksgiving where I am, right? We're gonna have a lot of chicken, but I'm here with you all because that's how much I want to tell you about this stuff. We're like the great chefs. We use our skills, our experience, our tools to craft something amazing. And new technology doesn't make us obsolete. It should make us better. So we've entered this age of generative AI, and let me tell you, the conversations that I'm hearing today, I've heard them before over the years. Because every time a new technology emerges, there's this wave of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Y'all remember when automation tools like Selenium first started gaining traction? Anybody was around back then? All right. There were testers who swore automation was going to make them irrelevant. But the ones that embraced it, they became automation engineers. They became test architects. They became DevOps professionals. The same thing happened with CI/CD, with cloud computing, and now with AI. Every shift creates two types of people: those who adapt and those who panic. But here's the thing. As test engineers, we don't have to just follow the script. We can push the boundaries of what our tools can do. We can automate more than just tests. Is Richard Bradshaw here? Outside. Richard Bradshaw has been talking about this for years before the onset of generative AI. I've been talking about it for years, like automate more than just your test. You have a really special skill, right? Many of you have probably already used things like Selenium or other tools to automate like reports or even like tedious repetitive tasks for your teams. So your question, I hear it often, is AI going to replace testers? Yes, if you let it. If you refuse to learn, if you refuse to evolve, if you just sit back waiting for things to go back to the same, y'all, I promise you they're not. If you just step outside of tech, just watch the news. Globally, we're in a global race to make this stuff work. Whether it works or not, at this point, it's kind of too big to fail, right? So you kind of need to get on board or get left behind. But if you're the kind of engineer who you see a new tool and you think, how can I use this to be better at my job? Then you are actually becoming more valuable. No matter what some silly CEOs may think, AI won't replace us. Just like great chefs who use new cooking techniques, test engineers can use AI to enhance what we do. So instead of panicking, let's start thinking, how can we combine our expertise with AI to push the limits of what we do? Now, one way we can do this is by exploring new automation tools like AI agents. AI agents have the same capabilities of like your AI chat bots, like ChatGPT, for example, but they can also take action on your behalf. They use LLMs to reason, to make decisions, to adapt based on context. So instead of telling them every single step to take, you give them a goal and they figure out how to achieve it. So what kinds of things can AI agents automate? Filling complex forms, navigating workflows across different applications, even writing and running code. And the coolest part is they can adapt as they go. So the AI agent that I'm currently working on is an open source agent named Goose. It runs locally on your machine to automate tasks. And guess what? When I ask it to automate anything browser related, I have it use Selenium or Playwright or Chrome DevTools to do so. So what I've done is just given these tools that I was already using, I've given them now this AI superpower, right? I created the one for Selenium. Microsoft has done the same for Playwright. And I want you to just take a second, think about what this means. The tool that you already know, that you already love, that you've already mastered can now be a part of an AI flow that automates all sorts of things, not just tests. You don't have to limit yourself. You can build intelligent automation that interacts with the web and your applications in ways that we've never really had time to explore before. And we're just scratching the surface. This is about to get good. Stay with me. So AI agents, they need a way to interact with applications, and the browser is a huge part of that, right? That's why your browser automation tools are still critical. They're just being used in new ways. But here's the thing, AI agents like Goose, they don't just use one tool. Goose is extensible. It can connect multiple tools together, and this totally changes the game. So the way the AI agent is able to do this is via MCP. How many of you have heard of MCP? Okay, good, great. For those who haven't, this stands for Model Context Protocol. MCP is an open standard, and it allows AI agents to connect to our tools, to our data, to our systems, right? And what the AI agent connects to is called an MCP server, which is essentially a wrapper around an API that makes it easier for AI agents to interact with. So Goose and any AI agent that adheres to this protocol, MCP, can connect to all kinds of data and system just by using an MCP server. So this means instead of writing custom integrations for every single API that you want to interact with, you can plug in an MCP and boom, you've got access to its functionality in a way that's easy for AI to understand. Now, there are MCP servers for all kinds of things, for databases, for cloud services, for internal tools, you name it. And there's MCP servers for Selenium and Playwright and Appium. Google just launched one for Chrome DevTools. This means that